Welcome back to another episode of Street View Bingo. We're going to do what we mentioned a couple of weeks ago. We're going to do the drop in, only allowed to pull yourself out and drop back in once, maybe twice the whole episode. Actually, you know what? We're not able to pull out once. In fact, I'm going to do this whole intro again because that word's really putting me off. Welcome back to another episode of Street View Bingo. Today we're going to do what we mentioned a few weeks ago. We're going to go for a slightly easier list, a much easier list than normal. One that would be so easy if we were just to drop in and out all the time. But we're going to do the drop in and you can only stay on the Street View and move as a character, as if you're walking or driving around. So that is it for this week. We're going to give ourselves 21 minutes on the timer, and we're going to quickly run through the list and run through where we're going to drop in. We're going to drop somewhere fairly neutral. So, list as it goes is, we need to find a famous fast food chain. So McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, Pizza Hut, something like that. A yellow car. You know, you see them about, but do you see them that often? I don't think you do. We need to see a person wearing a hat. Again, easy, but this is probably going to be hard. We need to find a dog. Want to find a fisher then. So someone fishing. A bus. Someone carrying a child. A roundabout, which we have in the UK. If you're watching from America, you don't have roundabouts, but it's like this sort of thing here. Big roundabout that cars go around. So we'll find one of them, but we're not going to drop in next to a roundabout, so we have to travel to try and find one. We want to find someone on a bike, the number 33 on a door, or possibly a sign, a bird, a delivery van, a swing set, so it could be in a playground, it could be on someone's garden, someone in flip-flops or barefoot. That might be really hard depending on the time of the year we drop in. A green door, so a greenhouse door, not a greenhouse as in like where you like grow vegetables and that, but a green door on a house, and someone pushing a pram or a pushchair. So it seems like a straightforward, simple list that would be generally quite easy normally. Some of them we'd maybe struggle with, but normally it would be fairly easy. But we're not going to be moving in and out as we normally do. We're just going to be traveling along the floor. Now I'm starting somewhere that I am not familiar with, but I did live here when I was younger. I lived in a town called Newbury in the UK, and it's not far from London, but we're going back, what, 20 years since I lived here. I never really ventured much into the town. It was normally when I went to school, so I can't even tell you where I lived, I can't even see, somewhere over here near the racecourse. Yeah, I live near the racecourse. Where did I live? I can't even see where I lived. No, don't know. Can't tell you. So I lived over near the racecourse anyway, so I'm not familiar really massively with the Newbury, but there will be bits that I will recognise that, you know, it'll be a bit of nostalgia for me. That I'm here's where I lived, down here. That'll be really nostalgic for me, so I really just want to go back here and see if we can recognise any of the stuff. But without much more delay, we're going to get into this. We're going to drop here on the bridge and head on in. So we've got 21 minutes on the timer. If you want to join in, start somewhere different, somewhere that's semi-familiar to you. Don't go somewhere that you brand, that you know really well, because that is just going to be cheating. But yeah, go somewhere that you've been before, maybe. That might help, but we are going to drop in. So 3, 2, 1, let's get the timer started. Let's go. So, right, let's go then. So what have we got on the list again? We've got a fisher then. Okay, I do recognise this tiny bit of town here. Beautiful little bridge. Sure my friend from school his parents had a shop on the corner there, and this is a canal. And I sort of recognise this. Very thin street. Don't recognise it too much. And it's obviously changed drastically since I lived there. I would hope it has. So it's brand new. Crazy. What a crazy little blast from the past. Just to mention as well, we give ourselves 21 minutes today. Giving ourselves an extra 1 minute to make up for all the waffling that I do throughout the episode to give me a better chance of getting what we can get. There's a Greg's there. That counts as a famous fast food restaurant because it's well, it's famous, and it does fast food. So famous fast food chain, done. Delivery vans we can look out for. It's not the busiest street. There's a McDonald's on the corner. I do remember that. And there used to be a Planet Games it's called on there. Yeah, it used to be a card game shop, and they used to sell Pokemon cards. And I got my first pack of Pokemon cards from this shop here, which is mental. Absolutely mental. So crazy being here. Yeah, I sort of remember walking down here a few times looking to go swimming, and I can't remember how you get to the actual swimming place. So I'm probably they might have went to the same school I went to. How weird. But yeah, we're gonna get a bit lost in the streets here. Probably a bad idea coming in here. That's gold. 21. Can we find 20? Okay, they're weirdly numbered. They don't number themselves like normal places. Who knew I lived in such a strange place, huh? And then we're going to get to some sort of flats or something. Ah, man. Please tell me that's 33, though. It's 24. We're not going to get to see 33 down here because they are flats. Okay, let's get back out of this housing estate. We want to get back to the main street if we can remember how to get back there. I can't. Oh, no. We might have just done ourselves in. Done ourselves dirty there, people. Okay, right. Any yellow cars kicking about? Any yellow cars anywhere? Not yet. No yellow cars to be seen for now. Oh. Okay. Guy in a flannel top. Hello, sir. Right, is this our way out? Looks familiar. Ah. Oh, is this near the canal? This could be where me and my mum used to go and get baguettes from. Beautiful little baguette shop along here somewhere. Best baguettes I've ever had. Ah, the memories. The memories. I'm loving this one. Any fish of them's kicking about. And yes, I know they're called fishermen, but I'm just taking... There's a yellow car. Ha! Oh, do you know what? I actually recognise this place here as well. That is so strange. This little parking space. There's a yellow car there. Looks like Simon's car from the In-Betweeners. Yeah, this little parking space. I remember my friend, his dad parked here. And weirdly, there's a traffic warden there as well. And the traffic warden tried to give him a traffic ticket while he was parked in one of these. And he came back and he proper booted off. He was like, I'm not paying your ticket. Proper kicked off, honestly. It was quite awkward. But yeah, it's... wow. How weird to recognise that one little parking spot, eh? Maybe one day I'll go back and visit this place, just have a walk around and see what's kicking about, and just to kind of get those nostalgic vibes up. There's a parcel force that class as a delivery van, of course it does. Because, you know, I spent a lot of my life here, a lot of my adolescent life growing up into becoming an adult, and yeah, I just think I'd like to revisit it, I reckon. Just to see it with my own eyes once again. Because got fond memories from this place. Fond memories from Newbury. But we don't live that near now. I mean, there's a McDonald's, by the way, in case about the Greggs. We don't live near enough for me to be able to just pop by and see at the moment. It's about 4.5-4 hour drive. We've moved to the north of England, whereas we did live down there, but family reasons we moved back to the north of England. And I love the north. Absolutely love the north. And I wouldn't move back. Once upon a time, I would never have said that. Push that. Push that, will ya? But right now, at this point in my life that I've got now, I've built in the north. And my family's up here, and I've got my own family now, and my own friends now, and my own... there's someone on a bike. Aha, that was one, wasn't it? Someone on a bike one? Yes. We're looking for the... I'm sure, did we see birds back there as well? We won't count them ones because I can't see them properly. Do they count as birds? I mean, they're ducks. They are birds. I actually remember this canal as well. Weirdly, me and my friend were fishing here once. And there's a lot of canal boats come down here. And we got our line caught on the bottom of a canal boat. And we weren't too sure what was happening. They're pushing a pushchair. Lovely. We weren't too sure what was happening. And I remember there being someone who just started kicking off at us, some woman. And we just thought it was hilarious. She was kicking off about, oh, we shouldn't be fishing. We have to be careful. We might catch a swan and it's illegal to catch swans and stuff like that. And it was just the way she was going on. She was a full-on Karen, by the way. We weren't really doing anything wrong. We were causing no one any harm. She just wanted to pick us out. And yeah, that was an interesting time as well. Interesting times. There's a skate park. This is turning into like story time more than... Oh, there's a park over there. Didn't know there was a park there. And swing set. Yes, there's a swing set there. There we go. So we got ourselves a swing set. There's a skateboarding park just further up there as well. I did know of that, so I remembered that was there. But that wasn't, you know, I'm not cheating by knowing that. Right, we've got everything we need to be in the town for. A roundabout, someone carrying a child, a bird, flip-flops, a dog, person wearing a hat. We haven't found anyone wearing a hat. Surely we have. Because right now, I'm heading on the roads. There's a roundabout. Roundabout. Chang, chang. I'm heading on the roads. I'm going to see if I can head back home where I was from. See if I can remember the way back. There's a Sainsbury's on the left there. I remember that. Don't know if you'll be able to get up the road that we used to walk to town in. Halfords. I remember Halfords. Oh, yes. Halfords. Mate. Proper nostalgia kick here. Right, another roundabout. Can we see some people, though? Ah, yeah, okay. We used to walk here, and we used to walk up here. I remember there was a pub on... don't know exactly where, but it was up here that my mum and dad went to once, and my dad was adamant he'd met Sanka from Cool Runnings. And he's like, oh, you have to meet him, because it was my favourite film ever when I was a kid. And he was adamant he knew Sanka, and he brought him around his house, introduced him to us and all that. And it clearly wasn't him. It was not the guy that played Sanka from Cool Runnings. I knew that film way too well. I knew straight away he was pulling my leg. He was just trying to think, man wearing a hat. Well, I think my dad genuinely thought it was Sanka from Cool Runnings, and he was that naive. There's a dog. But it wasn't. I'm telling you now. If we're lucky in the slightest, we used to walk along here. Okay, and then we used to go, oh, that's new. We used to come up here. There's another park. That park used to sit in there sometimes. There's some more swings if you didn't see the other ones. We used to sit on that little roundy thing. There's a post box up here on the left that me and my friends weren't too great with. First ever sleepover at a friend's house. Lived in one of them houses down there. I remember that. It was a friend from school. I remember that fondly. So I wasn't really included with a lot of the stuff from school. But, you know, a lot of my school friends, or a lot of my friends from school didn't really do many sleepovers. And I wasn't the most popular guy in school. And, oh, this is all new. I'm lost now. Ah, right, okay. We're not going to be able to get back to where I lived because I don't know what this place is. This is all brand new. Yellow car again. But yeah, I wasn't massively the most popular guy at school, and that meant that I didn't really get offered to many sleepovers and stuff. So when this first friend of mine ever offered me for a sleepover, I was ecstatic. I was excited. Someone wants me to stay at their house, and he was a popular kid at school as well, you know. It was strange. I didn't quite know what was going on or why he was bothered about me being there, but okay. It's up there. That's where the road used to be that we used to walk down. But he did, and you know, I'm thankful for that. We don't keep in touch anymore. I don't know him anymore. I can remember his first name, and that is all I can remember, so I'm never going to be able to find him. life ever again, but he was a cool guy. Nice lad. Maybe he just wanted to make someone feel a bit included. And he certainly did that for me, so appreciate that. If you ever do manage to come across this video or listen to it, really appreciate it. Now, I know this place. This is my old primary school. My very old primary school. Year 6, I went to this school. I met a good friend of mine called Adam. Shout out to Adam. I still speak to him now. And that was the first time I ever met him. And there was a shop here I used to buy my mum ornaments from. There used to be an Indian takeaway there. I used to buy... Oh, no, it was this shop. Maybe there was a shop there too. I used to buy ornaments from my mum from, like pig ornaments and stuff. She used to love them. And I used to buy them from there. When she used to give me a bit of pocket money to go to the shops, I used to spend it. I used to like spend it on her and making her feel nice and happy. And I get myself a couple of stickers and that as well, you know, a couple of little wrestling stickers and stuff too, which was really nice. This is a strange recording this episode. It's quite a therapeutic episode. It's kind of making me, bringing back a lot of memories and making me feel a bit sad actually. Yeah, we used to go carol singing here. There's a car park here and there's an air base over there, an old American air base, and we used to spend absolute days on this air base. It's Greenham Common and then the air base over there. This is where I used to live. This is the old neighbourhood we used to live in. And it's not a neighbourhood, but the old area. Pigeons Farm Road, a big water tower there. Shows you that it was American, right? Because there's nothing more American than a water tower. My friend Adam lived down there. That was where he used to live. There's a skate park there. I'm very sure he broke his leg on there. This is where I used to play football all the time. It was amazing. There's a trench along here. I used to hide down there from the police if they chased us sometimes, because we used to get in a bit of trouble. Nothing major. There's a school there. Deaf school. For deaf pupils. Girl lived there. And one of them flats above there who used to write me letters. I think she had a bit of a thing for me. When we were younger. Right. Can we find any stuff down here? Might have ruined my whole thing. One of my friends, Andrew, lived there. Friend Lee lived here, but he moved here because he used to live next door to me. First ever girlfriend lived here in this house. Another good friend lived next door. I'm sure he used to try and get stuck with my girlfriend all the time. Another lad who I know lived there. I still have on Facebook. Crazy, we're not finding any stuff. Another good friend of mine called Martin lived in that house right there. I wasn't the best friend to him growing up, unfortunately. I kind of, once I started hanging around with other people, I kind of just stopped hanging about with him as much. I used to live here, I believe. Yeah. Good friends, good family friends still as well live in this house, and I'm sure they still live there. Shout out to them if they ever do see this video. Yeah, but I used to live here. No, I didn't. I lived here. I lived here. Another friend lived there, Kieran. Best friend lived next door, Lee. Matt, Danny and Cassie lived there. A lad called Kevin, who now lives in America, he lived there. Crazy. Crazy bit of nostalgia kick. Woo! We're not finding anything down here. We shouldn't have came down Pigeons Farm Road. That was often the case, even when you lived around there. Don't go Pigeons Farm Road. Didn't have the best reputation, let's say, but hey, the houses were good. Everyone was lovely. The people were fantastic. I made some fantastic friends there. Some friends for life that I still speak to now. And can't really say much more about it, to be fair. I know I said I wasn't going to zoom out, but I've kind of tracked off just to show people stuff there. So I'm going to have to zoom back in because it's not really very fair if I don't. Because I'm not actually in the town anymore. See, retail parts there. Where is the town? I mean, this is enough of a punishment, right? Stuck in the middle of nowhere. Right, we're just gonna drop back in here. Don't know where I am now. Still got some stuff to find. We still need to find a bird, still need to find a bus, still need to find a fish of them, still need to find someone carrying a child. We've got loads to find. And we haven't found anything really in a while. Surely there's a bus nearby. There's a train track. I don't have a clue where I am now. I might be near where my school was. Might be going towards it, possibly. There's a bus stop. No bus. Disaster class, this one. And yes, you can probably blame it solely on me for getting sidetracked with the nostalgia of it all. This is going towards my school as well. How bloody mental. 31. 20. Does that say 29? There was a shop there on the corner. Bought my first bottle of it was alcohol called Aftershock. And I had a couple of friends stand over, and one of them bought a bottle of Aftershock from there, and he drank it all, and then he whiteyed all over the place. It was great. His name was Mick. Yeah, we stayed at my house once. But can't quite see that door number, which is really annoying, actually. We're gonna head this way. Bought a Jar Jar Binks toy from there when we were at school. It was a series of toys that came out when Episode 1 first came out of Star Wars, and that series of toys. Come on, pick up the kid. There was like a Jar Jar Binks that had like a sticky tongue, and you used to buy them, take them to school, and then you could like fling it, get hold of people's paper, and it just like picked the paper up and dragged it back to you. It was good. I think I bought my first like fingerboard from there as well, like skateboard thing. There's plenty of people. We are going towards my old school. Is the school still here? Yes, it is. Is that the entrance to my school? No. Can we see any of the other stuff while we're down here, though, please? No dogs. There it is. There's my first school. I'm not going to go in the school. Never liked school. Why would I want to go? How weird. Hang on a minute. I'm sorry. Well, that child from a distance looks so much like my child. No, I don't like that. That's strange. That is real strange. Oh my god, how strange. I didn't like that. Let's get out of here. Let's go up here. Running man. Running man! No one's been wearing flip-flops, sandals, not like that. So many easy things to find on this one as well, and I found barely any of them. And that is because I've been too distracted with it all. But I hope you've enjoyed getting to know a little bit more about me and me growing up. And my life growing up. Hopefully it helps. There's number 33. Love that. Hopefully it helps some people feel more confident and comfortable about their life. And really just appreciate when you're young. Appreciate the youth, because you don't get that back. And it's a great time of your life. It really is. I'd say just value it and appreciate it as much as you can, because it's a fantastic time in your life. You can do whatever you want. Got loads of freedom. Big cross country ran down here when we used to do cross country at school, and oh my god, I was terrible at cross country. We did some orienteering as well, because in year 10 and 11 at school we had to do like an army choice. We did army, RAF, navy or whatever, and we used to just do different exercises, first aid. We went into school in our uniform, army uniform, did parade and that on a Friday, and it was great. Hello kid. And we did some orienteering down there once, I remember that. Some real fun memories of being a kid, I really do. And it's only doing this video that I've realised that. I'm going around these places. But I think that's probably going to be it for this one. Yep, time's up. I knew we were running short. I didn't realise we were right near. Couldn't have timed that any better. But we missed out on a couple of things. We never saw a bus. Maybe in hindsight it was a bit harder than I thought. We never seen the Fish of Them, which I thought was always going to be a difficult one. I just knew there was a canal that went through, and I was hoping go along there. Maybe we'll see one. We didn't see anyone carrying a child. It's quite hard in the UK. You don't really see that. Didn't see anyone in flip-flops or barefoot. Didn't look for the house door. Ah, what an idiot. I probably went past so many doors as well. There was likely to be a green one somewhere. Didn't look for that. And the bird, you know what? I'm giving myself the bird because a duck and a swan and everything, they are birds. So we're giving ourselves the bird. So we missed out on 5. Not bad, but the list was very, very easy. It was just we couldn't move and I got majorly sidetracked. I might try that again on the next week's one and do exactly the same list, but try it in somewhere that I don't know. So if you enjoyed this one and this concept, there'll be another one next week, exactly the same, but in a different area, and we'll see how well I can do when I'm not distracted. But that's it for this week's. I hope you enjoyed it. Really appreciate all the support that everyone gives me along this series. Thank you ever so much for watching. Appreciate you taking the time to listen to me as well. And that's it for this week. So we'll see you on the next one. Bye.